on the beginning, you started off talking about play, right?
Yeah.
And teaching kids how to play. Like that sounds kind of strange. Like, how do you teach a kid to play? I'm 100% sure. Like, there are a lot of parents out there who are like, why am I supposed to teach my kid how to play?
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
Not even
why?
now, but why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why? Okay, so why do parents need to teach their kids how to play?
It's such an important question because
Mhm,
a lot of kids, or a lot of parents, if you have a child with a diagnosis, then they're behind, right? So
mhm,
you're like every single day they need to be like sitting and learning. Like then it just becomes so intense, like tutoring, like, okay, now we need to do this and this and this. That would be so stressful if you were the child, like all day long, you're just doing things that
mhm.
you're bad at. And
And on
so,
top of that, you have like already like a challenge, to begin with. You don't need even more
yeah.
burden on top of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's just like it shouldn't be like task, task, task.
Hmm.
And there's so much that you can learn through play. And so like even at a really young age, you're learning skills like communicating with other people, like and just the skill of like sharing a moment of fun with somebody else is really important, especially for people with autism to experience that. You can learn skills like imitation, you can build your language through play, creativity. There's so much that you can learn just through playing, not even like while you're playing and being like, what color is this? Count the bears. Like that's all teaching. Like just playing can really teach your child so much.
Hmm.
And I think like if you ever like came to one of my sessions, that my idea is that it wouldn't look like that we are teaching. It would look like we're having fun.
Well.
Teaching through fun. I mean, my parents tried that with me as a kid. Obviously, that didn't work. But
Mhm,
but yeah, no, that's a good point. I think to jump on is that sometimes some methods might just not work for certain kids. So like, how do you go about like finding a different route of
mhm,
teaching or learning or
Yeah.
advising?
I
So
think that even just asking that question just like says a lot. Like that you would even, consider like, hey, maybe I'm not teaching in the best way, or like being able to like not have that pride and say like, okay, what I'm doing isn't working, or how can I help them learn the best? I like to think about what are they really good at, and just let's just focus on that. And so
mhm,
this even happened yesterday. My client, we were working on a co-wix. We're trying to build her early language co-wix and just some simple things like that. And then we noticed that like during play, she's starting to say colors. That was like her first word. She was kind of saying like purple and blue. And we were like, okay, we're dropping the co-wix. We're working on colors. That's what she wants to learn. That's
mhm.
we're going to follow her lead. And I think
this
it's
one's gonna be an artist someday.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're like, that's what she wants to learn. Let's
Yeah,
follow
but
that.
if you're
It's
trying to
still
teach her
language.
like matching or like something random, right, then they
Mhm.
would never develop any skills. They'll just be left with nothing, and they'll just be like
Yeah.
failures at things instead of like doubling down on what they're good at.
Yeah, and the one-on-one there was like, "What? Why are you just gonna put that other goal on hold?" I'm like, "Cause we're following her. She's showing us she's motivated to learn colors for whatever reason. She's a baby artist, so we're gonna just work on colors with her. So that way, we're still our goal is that she's learning to talk. We don't have to be so rigid with what that looks like.
So have you ever dealt with kids with ADHD?
Yeah, when I was a one-on-one, my company called me the ADHD expert. I had all the all the ADHD clients,
Because
just
I
like.
have I have severe ADHD, so it's like it's
And
gonna be interesting because I've been thrown off to many therapists and like none of them were able to get into my head, which
I
was
think my husband is undiagnosed ADHD as well. So
I think it's just dudes being distracted. I
yeah,
don't,
it's not
or
about
some
that. No,
people,
no, no.
or
I
some people,
was I
some
was
people are, yeah,
severely
some
like
people aren't.
diagnosed as severe like
Hmm.
ADHD. It's
Hmm.
like
yeah.
it was bad. I was drugged up as a kid.
Mhm.
They
Oh
put me
my,
on so much stuff, bro.
yeah.
Like you don't even know. Yeah, I'm still to this day. I go on this, which is Concerta. I don't know if you
You have
know.
it right there, just in case.
Yeah.
Hmm. Just in
No,
case.
this is a long release. I have to take it like every day,
Hmm.
twice, once in the morning, once in the
Mhm.
evening. But so this is mainly to my parents, just to get them off my back whenever they see me not studying. So
Mhm.
why is it hard? Let's try and explain this together. Why is it hard for someone like me to sit hours on end and just do a very daunting task?